Harvard is now the darling of the resistance because they're the first organization, with the exception of a few law firms, to fight back. They're being cheered on 103 by no less than another former Democratic president, Barack Obama, who went on Twitter. Harvard has set an example for other high ed institutions, rejecting an unlawful and ham handed attempt to stifle academic freedom while taking concrete steps to make sure all students at Harvard can benefit from an environment of intellectual inquiry, rigorous debate, and mutual respect. Let's hope other institutions follow suit. Dan, who are you betting on, Harvard v. Trump?
Well, as a boy from New Haven, I don't often root for Harvard. But in this instance, I actually think Harvard has a chance for two reasons. One, they have the money. They could put hundreds of millions of dollars behind this to go up against the federal government. And two, they have the brain power. You know, it's not, they're not just going to get anybody off the street. So I think it's great. I think the institutions should stand up. I think it's shameful what is happening here. And I wish Harvard the best.
Sean, who do you bet on, Harvard or Trump?
So I guess the question is, what's the bet? Because Harvard gets $9 billion from the federal government right now, and they are asking for a rescission of what, 2.4, 2.5?
Right. So for starters.
Right. First of all, take the full $9 billion. I don't think I'm glad.
But do you think this ends up in the courts?
What's the court? The government has a right to decide where it sends grants to. Take it away.
But this isn't a grant.
The Supreme Court may say they're punishing Harvard for their internal policies,
anti-Semitism policies, and I think they have a right to do it. If the Biden administration could punish right-leaning institutions for not complying with DEI, then you can certainly go the other way.
So you think there are 5 or more Supreme Court justice votes for what the Trump administration is doing?
I do. And I also, because I think to say, look, again, remember, other groups were being punished for not implementing diversity initiatives. So if it can go one way, it can swing the other. I don't think that, and I just don't think there's an entitlement factor. This is a fight that everyone on the right is willing to have. And I know the rescission package, which, isn't gotten the attention it has yet, but OMB sent this rescission package up to the Hill, or is about to, that includes NPR, PBS. God bless them. Fight it out. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this, but I don't think it should be 2. I think they should take the whole 9. The idea that average everyday working people are going to side with Harvard over getting billions of dollars in tax money, no way.
You know what, Sean? The base will love this. But I come back to this. The middle of the electorate did not vote for civil war against universities and everything.
Civil war? You think you think that the farmer in Iowa cares how many billions Harvard's getting?
He doesn't like the government sticking their nose in all of this stuff. They never have.
Harvard
will.
Harvard will lose in the court of public opinion, but they'll win in the Supreme Court. That's my prediction.